Something is happening inside your body right now while you sleep. And if you're over 60, it could be the difference between waking up feeling alive or feeling like your body is slowly shutting down. What I'm about to tell you has been buried in ancient medicine for centuries, but modern science is finally catching up, and what researchers are discovering about one tiny spice in your nighttime biology is almost unbelievable. Here's the part most people skip right over. It's not just what cloves do, it's when they do it. There is a specific chain reaction that happens inside your body in the hours between midnight and dawn, and if you trigger it the right way, something almost irreversible begins. But here's what nobody is talking about. For people over 60, this reaction is completely different than it is for younger people. Stay with me. By the end of this, you'll understand why. Segment 1. What happens to your body after 60 that nobody tells you? Let's start with the truth. After the age of 60, your body enters what scientists quietly call a phase of accelerated biological shift. Your metabolism slows, inflammation quietly rises, circulation becomes less efficient, and your gut, which controls more of your health than your brain does, begins losing the good bacteria it needs to protect you. Most people blame this on aging, and they accept it. But here's what they don't know. A huge part of this decline happens because your body's nighttime repair systems start failing. While you sleep, your body is supposed to flush toxins, repair damaged cells, regulate blood sugar, and reset your immune system. After 60, that process becomes sluggish. And most mornings, your body wakes up only half repaired. That's where clove water enters the picture. Segment 2. What cloves actually contain and why it matters at night. Cloves are not just a cooking spice. They are, gram for gram, one of the most antioxidant-rich substances on the planet. Scientists measure antioxidant power using something called the ORAC value. Blueberries, celebrated as a superfood, score around 4,000. Cloves score over 300,000. That is not a typo. But here's where it gets interesting. The key compound inside cloves is called eugenol. Eugenol has been studied for its ability to reduce inflammatory markers in the blood, fight harmful bacteria in the gut, support liver function, and stabilize blood sugar levels, all of which are things your body desperately needs to do while you sleep. And this is the part that changes everything. Eugenol absorbs most efficiently in a fasted, rested state, exactly the state your body enters in the early hours of the night. When you drink clove water before bed, you are essentially handing your body a precision repair tool at the exact moment it needs it most. Segment 3. Hour by hour. What clove water does while you sleep. Let's walk through what actually happens hour by hour. Hour 1. The gut begins to shift. Within the first 60 minutes of drinking clove water, the eugenol starts moving through your digestive system. It begins suppressing harmful gut bacteria, the kind linked to bloating, inflammation, and poor nutrient absorption. At the same time, it gently stimulates digestive enzymes. If you've ever woken up feeling heavy or uncomfortable in your stomach, this is where that begins to change. Hour 2. Blood sugar stabilization begins. Most people don't realize that blood sugar fluctuates dramatically during the night, especially in people over 60. Spikes and crashes in nighttime blood sugar are directly linked to poor sleep quality, morning fatigue, and even long-term metabolic damage. Eugenol has been shown in multiple studies to mimic the action of insulin, helping cells absorb glucose more efficiently. By hour 2, your blood sugar begins to level out. And here's the part that most people completely miss. Hour 3. Inflammation starts to quiet down. Chronic low-grade inflammation is now considered by many researchers to be the root cause of most age-related diseases, from joint pain to heart disease to cognitive decline. Clove's eugenol directly inhibits an inflammatory enzyme called COX2, the same enzyme targeted by many over-the-counter pain medications, except that eugenol does it without the side effects. By hour 3, your body's inflammatory signals begin to dial back. Hours 4 to 6, deep repair mode. This is where things get remarkable. As you move into deeper sleep cycles, your liver is now working with the support of eugenol's antioxidant properties. Your liver's job at night is to filter your blood, removing toxins, processing hormones, and regenerating tissue. Clove's compounds have been shown to support liver enzyme activity, making this nighttime detox process significantly more efficient. At the same time, circulation improves. Eugenol is a natural vasodilator, meaning it gently opens up blood vessels, allowing more oxygen and nutrients to reach your extremities, your brain, and your heart while you rest. For people over 60, this is especially critical. Poor nighttime circulation is one of the leading causes of morning stiffness, brain fog, and fatigue that most people just accept as part of getting older. It isn't, and it doesn't have to be. Segment 4. The irreversible part. What changes after 30 days? Now the word is irreversible. That's not used lightly. When the body undergoes consistent, supported repair night after night, certain changes begin to compound. Gut bacteria ratios shift in favor of beneficial strains, and once those colonies are established, they are self-sustaining. Inflammation markers measured in the blood begin trending downward, and research shows that when systemic inflammation drops and stays down, the body's risk profile for heart disease, diabetes, and cognitive decline shifts measurably. But here's the most striking part. Studies on compounds like eugenol suggest they may play a role in supporting what scientists call cellular autophagy, your body's internal recycling process, where damaged or dysfunctional cells are broken down and replaced. Autophagy is at the very heart of longevity research. It is one of the primary reasons fasting has been linked to an extended health span, and eugenol appears to gently activate similar pathways, which means, done consistently, clove water at night may literally help your body clean house at the cellular level. Once your cells begin operating more efficiently, once your gut microbiome stabilizes, your blood sugar evens out, and chronic inflammation drops. Those changes don't reverse overnight. They build on each other. That is the irreversible shift, not dramatic, not overnight, but real, measurable, and cumulative. Segment 5. How to do it right. Most people get this wrong. Now, and this matters not, all clove water is not the same. The most effective preparation is simple. Take 3 to 5 whole dried cloves. Crush them lightly just enough to crack the surface. Add them to 1.5 cups of water. Bring to a light boil, then reduce and simmer for 8 to 10 minutes. Let it cool to a warm, comfortable temperature. Drink it 30 to 45 minutes before bed. Do not use clove oil. Do not use clove powder in large amounts. And do not exceed 5 cloves per serving. Eugenol is powerful, and more is not better. This is about consistency, not intensity. And one more thing most people overlook. Drink it without sugar. Adding sugar, even honey, in large amounts directly counteracts the blood sugar stabilization effect you're trying to create. Segment 6. Who should be careful? Here is the honest part. If you are on blood thinners, clove water may not be right for you without speaking to your doctor first. Eugenol has mild anticoagulant properties. If you are pregnant, avoid it. If you have a known sensitivity to cloves or related plants, start with a single clove and observe your response. For the vast majority of healthy adults over 60, this is one of the safest, most accessible, and most evidence-supported nighttime habits you can build. Here is the final truth. Your body is not broken. It is not simply aging. It is under-supported. It is fighting inflammation, unstable blood sugar, gut imbalance, and cellular wear every single night without the right tools. Clove water is not a miracle, but it is a consistent, nightly signal to your body that repair is possible, that restoration is real. And for people over 60 who have spent decades accumulating the kind of internal stress that silently erodes quality of life, that signal matters more than most people realize. The changes don't happen overnight, but they compound. And after 30 days, most people who do this consistently describe something they hadn't felt in years. Waking up actually rested. Joints that feel looser in the morning. Digestion that finally feels like it's working for them, not against them. That is the irreversible shift. Not just physical, it is the shift from accepting decline to actively choosing repair. If this opened your eyes to something new, start tonight. 1 cup, 5 cloves. 30 minutes before bed. See what 30 days do. If you found this helpful, share it with someone over 60 who deserves to know this. And if you want to go deeper, the next video covers what happens when you combine clove water with one other common kitchen ingredient, and why the results surprised even the researchers who studied it.